You cue the tears right on time. Cute fixed angle, perfect light. Family, I love you, staring at the lens, counting every click, not the damage that it sends. Every story, the same old script. Look what they did to me as you twist that clip. You sell your scars like it's merch online, but the bruises borrow, the pain ain't mine. Fake love, thumbnails, crooked little halos, hiding in the title, laughing in the payroll. I'm one of you, but your edit's like a sales sheet. Victim in the video, villain in the backseat. You call us friends, then feed us to the feed. Turn a stranger's struggle to the content that you need. You light a match, then preach about the fire. Say you're so exhausted from climbing on the wires. Every breakdown, dressed in gold, slow zoom on your face while the heart turns cold. You hold your hand out, asking why, but the only thing that's real is the sponsored cry. Fake love, thumbnails, crooked little halos, writing in the title, laughing at the paywall. I'm one of you, but you read us like a sales sheet. Victim in the video, villain in the backseat. You say I care, but it's all scripted care. You say I swear, but there's nothing really there. Every I got used is another way you use us. Every I've been bruised is another way to choose us. Fake love, thumbnails, crooked little halos, writing in the title, laughing in the payroll. I'm one of you, but your ass like a sales sheet. Victim in the video, villain in the backseat. Villain in the backseat. Villain in the backseat. Villain in the backseat.
Hey, hey. So can you guys hear me okay? His microphone wasn't on. I'm like, uh-oh, I hope it's working. But now it looks like it's working. But I've never seen computer files as neat as his. I'm like, holy shit, Dayton. Too bad you don't keep your room as neat as you keep files. I've never seen such an organized computer in my entire life. No joke. I'm like, wow. It's pretty good. What's up, Parma? So I know I haven't been live lately, guys. I promise I'll get back on track. I have been I don't know if you want to call it depressed. I don't know what it is. But I've been kind of depressed. Phoenix went back to school today, and I'm going to miss him. Dayton's getting ready for college, and I don't know. The kids the twins turn 21 tomorrow. And I've just been in like this funk. Stop, dog. And I've just kind of been in this funk. And now I could tell like the dogs miss Phoenix being around. Winston's birthday was the other day. He's 8. So I don't know. It's just been a weird emotional roller coaster the last couple of weeks. I know there is nothing good going on. I've been trying to keep track of stuff, but I tell you what, I have been into a lot. I have been like totally fucking binging this dude, this scammer Payback. If you have not seen the channel, I suggest you watch it. When I tell you I have been watching this almost religiously nonstop for a couple of days now, I don't know. There's something about it that just makes me happy. It's such a good channel. And every single episode, so his lives are a little boring, but his videos that are like 18 minutes, absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. And that's what I've been watching for like the last couple of days. So, yeah, I've just been in this really weird funk. But I don't know. So then I'm like, you know what? I have so much to say, even about the shooting in Minnesota. When me and White Boy Lockdown are on the same page about something, that's kind of scary. But then I was going to go live about that and talk about how I felt about that. I'm like, maybe that's not such a good idea because that probably won't go in my favor. But if you watch over Twitter, there's so much stuff. And it just makes you think like, just, whoa, hey, Trish. But I guess it's one of those things. Do you really want to talk about on YouTube? But I kind of do. But then tonight, I was listening to, I heard Barbecue Lady and Granny's Watching kind of went at it on QB's panel. So, of course, I went over to watch and see what it was. And I'm sorry, the math just ain't mathin'. And at first, you don't realize what's going on until Petty as Fuck comes up there and kind of puts it all in perspective. But I can't believe nobody called it out. And I'm sitting there like, how the fuck is nobody calling this out right here? And nobody did. And somebody was on panel saying, you know, she shouldn't go on Twitter talking about money. Well, how are you going to grift if you don't talk about money? I mean, it's kind of hard to grift if you're not talking about it. But I'm going to play some of it because I want you guys to hear it for yourself. But the main point that I just don't know how nobody got, Petty as Fuck comes up there at one point and says that, Petty as Fuck comes up and says that Barbecue Lady they were arguing over a GoFundMe or whatever that Barbecue said she never had, that somebody must have set up for her. So Petty as Fuck goes up there and says to her that she had a $25,000 GoFundMe. And QB and Granny had said, oh, only 500 of that was met or something. And then Petty as Fuck said, no, 25,000 was met. Somebody donated the whole thing. That's why it was shut down. Okay. So you had a GoFundMe for 25,000. That's 25,000 in your pocket. Your bill is 12,000. I'm sorry, 13,000. So if you made 25,000 and you have a bill for $13,000, that leaves you about $12,000 left over. So where's that money? Yeah, somebody, I guess, gave her 25 grand. And nobody argued with the fact that somebody gave her 25 grand. Nobody was arguing that. But where's the rest then? If you showed a bill for 13 and then you had 25, where's the rest? Is that what you gave to QB? Exactly. She went to Vegas. She bought all this stuff. She was on GLP-1. She did all this stuff. And now you're crying for money? What? But, you know, what you choose to do on vacation and stuff, that's on you. But we all saw the money that you dropped on QB. If Alyssa spent, she said what, 21,000 or something is what Alyssa had said that she spent on QB. Well, Barbecue Lady spent about the same. So I'm going to say Barbecue Lady spent about 20 grand on QB. If you're so hurting for money, why did you spend 20,000 on QB? And even if it came from your community, why isn't your community giving you money? Why do you need somebody else's community to give you money? I can't believe Barbecue has the balls that she has. I'm in awe. I really am. Barbecue spent a lot, and her Discord, yeah. We're going to say that, okay, let's say it's all her Discord members. Okay. So why aren't they helping you? Why are they helping QB instead? Like, why would you even have to ask? It makes no sense to me. And then Granny is sitting up there like she was almost blindsided, which I don't totally get either, but so let's watch some of it. Because I do. I want you guys to see it for yourself. Do you want a link? I'll give you a link, you guys. Maybe we can stir up some drama and get some people in here. Why did it just fuck this up? Hey, Robbie. Oh, where am I? How the fuck is she live again? What does QB sit all fucking day on live online? What was the name of her last live? How come nobody says anything that this woman is live 24 fucking 7? That they talk about Brit. All right. So this part that I'm going to play, I hadn't even seen yet. I guess this was the beginning. You could dye your roots and sit on panel. What? Why do I keep doing that?
told that the reproduced record, 7 copies, was 56,000 pages.
Hey,
I've only
I gotta. What?
I haven't made it very far.
All right, maybe you can get me some insight. What are they looking to even get? What is this reproduced records?
So for the Court of Appeals, you need to, what they're going to look at is the record from the previous court and all the, with the transcripts and everything like that. Because that's what they make their determination on and to whether to grant the appeal. So it's technically at night. It's supposed to be the plaintiff's job to produce that record. However, of course, like everything at night does, they don't do it right, or they do it late if they even do it at all. So that's what they're doing, is going and producing an accurate accurate record of all of the events and transcripts from the court hearings thus far.
But wouldn't the courts have that already? Wouldn't the lawyers have that already at this point?
Not necessarily to submit to, because you're not asking for that if you're waiting for it to be ruled on, right?
True.
So then to put all of that together and narrate, it's basically like a narration of the history.
Okay, but why do they even need it at this point? They already won.
Because no, that's what the Court of Appeal is now going back in, this Hail Mary Court of Appeal thing. So the Court of Appeal is needing it so that they can review it to see if there was anything done in error or that should allow them to err or rule in favor of at night. However, at night didn't, like I said.
Okay.
They suck.
But I still don't get why they need that.
Because
why does barbecue...
You don't want the Court of Appeals relying on inaccurate and incomplete information that was created by Hong, Nick, and At Night, and has Lesniak's signature on it.
Okay, I guess I'm just confused.
In order to grant the appeal, the last thing you want is the Court of Appeals, the 3 appellate attorneys, or appellate judges rather, to rule on something that is going to be completely incomplete and inaccurate.
Yeah, I understand that, but they filed the appeal a while ago.
Yeah, but they've also missed all the deadlines and done all the things and haven't done anything like they were supposed to do. But for some reason, they're still giving them every little, no pros. I can't even, this is why I feel frustrated for Granny, even for barbecue. Just because of whatever. But, it's because this should, not even a pro se litigant would be given this much grace as At Night has been given.
Okay.
And they've given them every opportunity, missed deadlines. This guy, and they have an attorney. It's ridiculous. It's insulting to the court. And the fact that the court is allowing this to happen is mind-blowing to me. It's like they forgot how they got there, and they forgot the rules of jurisprudence, and they forgot the fact that, this is being done by an attorney, allegedly done by an attorney, or at least signed off as being done by an attorney. And, yeah, it's disgusting in that regard.
I don't know. I guess I just feel like they don't need this.
Yes,
they don't.
You don't want, because otherwise, what are the judges looking at? They're looking at what At Night submits. They have to have something submitted for the judges to look at. Because the judges said, we're going to still rule on this. We're going to still hear it out. We're going to still have, the brief schedule is being maintained. This is me flying off the seat of my pants from memory because I didn't know we were going to get in the court stuff. But, you know, and so you want to have, the last thing I would want if I'm Granny or Barbecue is to be relying on anything At Night submits.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they already, like, I don't know. I just feel like they already have paperwork.
You're not going to, no, you're not paying for like transcripts of court proceedings and like lower court proceedings when you're thinking that you're getting a ruling, right? It's when you go to appeals that you need those transcripts.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because they need to review the transcripts to see if the judge made any errors and, you know, what was actually being argued, etc., before the judge.
No, that I know. But they didn't even have the judges. Like,
they did go before. I mean, they did do something. Like, some of the things were in court.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a waste of money, and they could be.
It's not a waste of money in order to not have to.
But all right, let me rephrase that.
Because the Court of Appeal, okay, let's say they don't.
Wait. Hold on a second. But the appeal can't look at anything that wasn't on record. So
right, and that's why you have to have an accurate record. So that's why they're submitting an accurate record, because At Night it's their job to do it, but they're not going to do it. They're submitting the record, the actual record. You just answered your own question.
It is $3,700 to print that, bind that, and submit that. There was nothing nefarious about what had happened. I asked Tom, do you think that this is something that we should be splitting? I don't know what Tom did or said. I didn't go to your attorney. And I think that it's wrong that you've
pay attention to Barbecue's timeline of things. Just saying, this is what I noticed.
Okay.
Twisted my words on your stream and said things that I didn't say. I never told anybody to not donate to your link.
I was told, you told somebody that I met.
I'm telling you.
That's fine.
Telling you.
Then I'll take that part back. You never said that. I don't have proof you did. Fine. I'm not sure that you did. I'll take it back.
Why would I say that?
I don't know, because you wanted your link posted and not mine. I don't know.
I have shared people's links.
I'll take it back. I have no proof you said that.
I never either demanded that your community. I said, if you wouldn't mind, could you ask them?
You wouldn't mind, Barbecue. I read you verbatim, hun. You did not say if you wouldn't mind.
Now let me ask you a question, Ui.
Yeah.
Let's assume they do nothing. What's the worst? What do they think is really gonna fucking happen?
The appeal, the appellate court trumps everything else.
I know, but I'm saying, let's say they do nothing. It goes to the appeal, and let's say the appeal says, okay, you win.
Then, okay, if the appeal is granted At Night, it would reverse the lower court's decision.
Which they're not going to reverse it of the
Well, you don't know that. Why do you want why spend all this money to even risk the one so that the appellate court, like, because then that undoes everything. The appellate court is the final say.
I know.
Well, but they could appeal the appellate court, and then you're up shit creek again, and you still have to produce the record. Because for the appeal of the appellate court.
All right. What I'm saying is their filings have been such a fucking joke to begin with.
I know. That's why I don't understand.
I don't think even if the appellate court says, okay, you win, they're not winning anything.
Yes, they are.
What would they win? What would At Night actually win?
They prevent anybody from they would prevent the anti-slap from going through and being able to recover their damages, like being able to recover damages, being able to file, like, have punitive damages assessed.
But they're never going to win the appeal.
Huh?
They don't even have enough to win the appeal.
What are you talking about?
Their filings have been the biggest fucking joke in the universe.
But at the same time, that's what you said. Well, what do they have to lose? That's what they have to lose. Then they're still stuck in this court battle even longer, paying more attorney's bills to fight a bullshit filing that's anemic and verbose at the same time.
I don't know. I just don't think that at night has a shot in hell in any capacity to win anything.
This is the last. Well, did you think the appellate court would even hear it? Because I sure didn't.
Appellate court has to hear it.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. They're not the Supreme Court. The appellate courts hear everything. As long as you submit it, they hear it.
It wasn't submitted in time.
Wait, what?
They've submitted everything late.
Well,
so I mean, the appellate court did not have to hear this.
that's a different story. They submitted late, but even with submitting late, they usually accept it anyway.
No, they're not gonna. Appellate courts don't have time to hear every single thing that gets appealed. They don't, especially when you submit it late and you're allegedly an attorney that submitted.
I get that, but only Supreme Court makes decisions like that. If you file an appeal, it's getting seen. Period.
Yeah, but I mean, I get where this makes logical sense to me.
You approached it very aggressively.
Could you please? I don't have it in front of me because I'm on my phone and I can't click back and forth. But I said, could you please ask?
No, you said I would appreciate
this.
You can read them. I don't even care. Read them out loud.
I did.
I didn't say anything that I regret.
Okay, but I'm telling you, when I'm sick and I have a hearing in Oklahoma and a bill due, and I get this message from you that sounds like you think I owe you for the deal that our attorneys
and
made.
I told you.
And
I didn't say you owe me anything.
Right, but that. I'm telling you, that's how I interpret it. The way you wrote the message.
Okay, and that's exactly why I said, please call me so you don't misinterpret my tone. Isn't that what I said?
You did after I wrote back to you.
And you didn't call me.
No, I didn't, because this was just last night and I've been sick and I wasn't in a good place. And then I hear today that you brought it public. So then I responded publicly.
I got a message while I was on live and Tom said that he spoke with your attorney and they have agreed to split the cost of the reproduction of 56,000 pages.
Right. We get the number. Barbecue is a very large filing. And then you said Granny's attorney said that he's going to pay for some of the documents or whatever. Granny's not going to be happy, but I don't care. Right. Now, I want to remind you, go look at the docket. How many times have we filed a joint filing for you to press a P on? And I never once came to you and asked that you cover half that cost.
Hey, 12 pages ain't 56,000. Respectfully.
What?
A filing of 12 pages is nothing compared to 56,000 pages.
You think the number of pages? You think the number of pages matter more than the work that goes behind it?
I think that going into the Superior Court with a complete, accurate, real reproduced record instead of the 73 pages that Lesniak put on the docket is very important. Yes, I do.
I agree. And that would have been a bill that either of I would have had regardless, right? You would have had to produce a reproduced record regardless, right?
See, here's my question to that. Hey, Keith, here's my question to that UA. Why is any of it even being brought up publicly?
Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? What's up?
Good. How are you, Keith?
Hey.
Doing good. Just chilling, enjoying the weekend off work, just kicking it.
That's cool. All right, go on, UA.
Because Barbecue decided to go live about it, and it got back to Granny while she was live.
But I mean, I guess I'm having a hard time with why she I understand why she brought the bill public, but why would you put Granny in a position like that? Like, what was her purpose?
Some people only care about have their own selves, and some people are only interested in them, themselves,
Yeah.
And if the shoe fits, lace that bitch up and wear it. And so I'd say that would be applicable in this situation.
It just seemed weird to me because I'm like, I don't understand why she even brought this up publicly. Like it's strange.
I don't know if she thought it would get back to Granny. I'm not sure.
No, that's a good point.
My point being, I didn't ask your attorney to do that. He offered it to mine. And the way you're acting is like, I'm getting out. You said this about another filing too, by the way. You said, well, at least I'm being charged for it and you're not. And I'm just reminding you.
Where did I say that?
When we were speaking and Tom was responding to something, that's literally what you said to me, is that, oh, well, at least you're not paying for this or something. I never forgot it because that type of shit stands out to me. Because there have been plenty of times, again, that my attorney has wrote a joint filing on behalf of both of us. And I never turned, and I don't give a fuck if it was 2 pages or 12. No, there hasn't. So one
Yes, there
filing where
has.
Tom ever wrote my name in it. I'll look for one.
It's on the docket. I got it. I'll email it to you. I'll email it to you.
Like, this is so weird to be fighting about on a live.
Well,
See, that's-
yeah, but
This
know
is what
you're petty,
happens.
right?
I'm
Because
not
you're
being
sitting there
petty.
talking like, oh,
I'm
well,
not
my-
being petty.
It is
You're
being
the
petty.
one. You're the one overreacting, twisting my words, and I
I'm
don't
not
appreciate
overreacting.
it.
I think many
this is
people
the
agree
real
with me. I'm
barbecue,
like,
by
Well,
the way.
that's fine. That's fine.
I would never, no somebody's in 2 fucking lawsuits, would I ever think to go to an attorney and say, charge her half. I
didn't
never,
say that.
especially when my community
didn't
and
say that.
lawsuits and
I didn't say
Indeed
that.
has had your
So what
back
did you say then?
tremendously. Right, what did you say then?
You're
You
sitting
just said
here.
You said it. You just
What?
said you said to Tom,
I-
you think this is something that they should be covering half of. You just said you said it.
You said I told him to.
Right, and you just said you went to his office.
I
and you
didn't
said,
tell
"Hey,
him.
It's like, do none of them realize their subs are paying for all of this? They act like they're paying it.
I mean,
They're-
I don't know that there's subs. I mean, I know what, I'm not sure what, I guess we'll see when it comes out and the gives, like how much was contributed to Gives and Go or whatever. But at the same time, let's say financially their subs are paying for it. Okay. There's no amount of price that I could put on the stress of being put in their position though.
Yes and no.
Well,
I would agree with you if they were actually sporting a bill and they had to come up with this money.
well, they do. I mean, they do have bills, and then they have to worry about if their subs are gonna help. So yeah, they do. Yeah.
All over
Okay.
56,000 pages? Really?
If they had to come up with the money without YouTube help, how's that?
Why are you on my computer?
I mean, yeah, like if it'd be different. But they're lucky they
And you're on my phone charger? Damn.
What are you doing?
Taking my phone
Don't you have
charger.
to go to the gym or something?
Yeah. My phone's dead.
Him to do anything. I asked a question.
You got your own computer?
and what's the question?
Okay.
Do you think this is something they should cover half of? I never went to my attorney and said, hey, do you think this is something they should cover half of? I would never
I'm
do that
sorry.
to you or anybody. But
All
I'll give
of
you
my
the
other
$1,500 and then we can go our separate fucking ways, okay? No problem. I'll send it to Tom. I'll send it to
Additionally-
Ricky to send it to Tom.
Additionally, you sitting here blaming everything in the filing on me, I have been falsely accused just as much as you have, Granny.
Well, I respectfully disagree, and I will not hold that.
Did it stop playing for y'all?
Sorry, I was muted. Why did they do that? Why is it like a pissing contest about, oh,
Because
well,
Granny wouldn't be in this if it wasn't for barbecue. I mean, that's really the truth of the matter. I mean, barbecue was the main target because of. I'm gonna call a spade.
Winston.
And one did not. Okay, so you see the attitude that you're getting from barbecue right now?
yeah.
Okay, this piss ass attitude was the same reason that she even okay, Tony and I have never agreed. Tony, I can't stand Tony, whatever. But the last thing I'm gonna do is come back and if Tony's saying things like I'm gonna sue you just to and I don't even care if I win. I'm not gonna like go and poke the bear and
Yo, are you about to do that whole live stream?
attack him. You know, like I'm not gonna go and attack him to provoke him anymore. And that's exactly what she did. Yeah, I don't agree. Like she is also threatened to like, I mean, just like it gets brought up in here too, but you know, she's been known to send out C&Ds to people as well and threaten them with lawsuits about
I've heard
bullshit.
that.
About frivolous bullshit. I'm surprised I haven't gotten one myself, to be honest. But you know, I'd wipe my ass with it. So, and it's just because, you know, but
Public,
I mean,
but that last filing was all of your antics, Barbecue.
It was bullshit.
Right. Regardless, it was Twitter shit that
It's
have nothing to do with it.
lies.
I
Fucking
understand.
lies.
All of his lies. All right. I'm just saying the billboard. I never had a billboard. Like a lot of the accusations
Okay.
were weird. You were their main target. It was never me. It was you. and
Okay,
Chris.
and what?
And I'm
I
feel
paid for
horrible.
billboards.
I
There's
got
nothing.
somebody else in a lawsuit and said, "And what? You owe me $1,500." I'd feel like a piece of shit.
I
That's
never
and
said
what?
you owe me $1,500 because I didn't know
No,
how
you
much
said
it was
I
going
owed
to
you
cost until
$6,000.
today.
You said I owed you $6,450 because you told me the bill was fucking damn near $13,000.
No, I
That's what
fucking
you told me.
didn't.
Okay.
I said my bill right now is $12,900.
Right, and then you went.
I
into
don't have the
reproduced-
bill for the
Yes,
reproduced
very
record
well
because
could
that's
be, you know what I'm saying?
January's bill.
All right,
But that's
let me calm it down.
miscommunication. I mean,
Can I ask you a
said-
question? The Queen,
Oh my
everybody, just be honest. If somebody came to you and said my bill is $12,900 for the
That's what it
reproduced
is.
record that my
I didn't
attorney
say
did-
that.
Hold on.
You're misrepresenting my words.
All right, I will verbatim it again. You tell me if it reads like this is the bill. I'd appreciate if you could ask your followers to help with donations to my legal
I'd
funds.
appreciate.
Tom,
Yep.
Tom has reproduced a record that will be used in court.
What I don't understand is how she has the audacity to ask anybody for money when we have all watched her drop like 20 grand on QB. Where does she get off saying that Granny's community should now help her?
because when you're very entitled and you think that, I mean, let's just say this: what the public saw what the public saw Barbecue dropping was not what Barbecue was in her community were dropping. There's a lot more, a whole hell of a lot more. You look at the screen, some of the screen names that start, clapping back in this in Barbecue's defense, they all come out of the woodworks, and I think you would see a lot of people who are also dropping a lot of money over there. And, the question is, why are you spending all that money? I think I know why. When Barbecue came over from TikTok to here, she was not very well received at all. People hated TikTok, hated people from TikTok.
But giving QB
no,
tens of thousands of dollars isn't going to make people like you.
Hold on. Oh, well, yeah, it started to change. Everybody would be like, hey, Barbecue. Hey, Barbecue. People that I thought would never even say hello to Barbecue. Piss on her if she was, she was on fire. We're all of a sudden very, rolling out, being all nice when she used to, when she would come up on panel after the donut, after the money started being dropped.
So is her logic that QB's community, why go after Granny's community? You didn't drop tens of thousands of dollars on Granny. You did it on QB. So why aren't you begging QB's community for help?
They thought it was because QB, I think they viewed Queen Bee's community as the one that would, and this is just my thing, is I feel like if they viewed Clue and Queen Bee as the communities that they wanted, that Barbecue, they being Barbecue, wanted to be able to not, go up on panel. Like barbecue likes attention, okay? Barbecue, Queen Bee always has an open panel. Barbecue wanted to be able to take advantage of that.
Okay.
And she wanted to not be attacked in chat every time that she went up there, but for this attitude that she's showing right now. Those attacks stopped when all these gifted memberships came in, and large super chats and stuff. That all, everybody just put aside their hatred and started being all nice. And yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, it is what it is. Go back and watch a lot.
Does that not read? I
barbecue
said
on
that
it
bill
from
for that
years
reproduced
ago.
record is $12,900. Tell me
How would I know what the reproduced record is? Because that's on the January bill, and I don't have January's bill yet.
Oh,
I
What she's
posted
saying is
all of
that
my
it sounds
bills.
like it reads like that.
I'm telling you
What
what it
she's
reads
saying
like.
is that's how she took it. Maybe that's not how
Well,
it
that's
is.
why I told her to call me, and here we are on a YouTube live
You
No.
said
putting
this
out
shit on
personal.
you said this shit on your stream, barbecue. You said it first. I didn't say anything publicly. You did.
I didn't go into all the details.
Well, I'm sorry you did it, but when I hear somebody when I'm live, if somebody emails me that they're like, oh, Granny's going to pay for some. So King's going to have Martucci have Granny pay for some of these documents. She's going to be bad, but
That's not what I said.
I'm going to respond.
I'll download the live.
See, one of the main differences too between Granny's situation and barbecue was targeted based on Sebastian. Granny
No.
was targeted just because she lives in PA.
Granny was targeted because barbecue was the barbecue and Clue kind of were the original targets. Tony wanted to go after barbecue.
Yeah, because they lived in PA.
No. Okay, barbecue lives in PA, right?
So does Granny.
Never been. All of their issues were with fucking barbecue.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Granny was only targeted because of her
And
location.
that's what Granny's saying. And then also you keep antagonizing shit. You keep engaging with them on X back and forth.
That's
Barbecue
true.
still goes live about them and talks about them on TikTok. Not that I really watch her TikToks because I'm blocked, but I still, she knows people are over there recording for the green team. She can go live at 3 a.m., her time, it doesn't matter. Someone will be over there just like they do me, screen recording everything we fucking say. She knows it, I know it. So to go and purposely antagonize them is the last thing that I would fucking be doing if I was.
I agree.
Or want my, it's fucked up to do it to grant your co-plaintiff too, or co-defendant as well.
Go ahead and download it.
Yeah, but your followers are
how else do I-
misrepresenting what I said.
First off, it was an email, or I don't even know who it was.
Whatever,
Secondly,
whoever
how-
emailed you
Barbecue,
misrepresented
here's
what I
a
said.
question. How would anybody know that I am now responsible for half the reproduced record if you never said it publicly?
I never said I didn't say it publicly. I said they're misrepresenting my words because what you just repeated was not.
Okay, hold on. Psycho Cut says it sucks that any of this is happening because fuck you, BJ, and
Reproduced record.
community
Right,
to pay your bill.
$56,000. I don't.
How? Barbecue, wait a minute.
You cannot expect her community to pay your bill. You can't.
Well,
That's
I'm
not
glad
gonna
that she said 56. You said 50. Is it $56,000 or did you mean
Pages.
Okay.
Pages.
Well, the bill is $3,000 according to my attorney.
It's
okay?
3,700.
Oh, now you know the price. I thought you wouldn't know until February.
There you go.
Tom told me today. Tom told me
that's how I
today.
know.
Her attorney that is
You'll get your
$425 an hour, the most expensive
Why you ask for-
attorney.
I
Yeah,
have it half done
Laura.
already.
Fuck are you guys even? What does it matter? Neither one of
Because
y'all can do nothing about it. It's their. They did it.
Because she stuck with the bill, and I understand that part of it. My thing was when you said it was 12,900, and the way it reads, it does read that way.
I apologize for the way it read. Again, I asked you to call me so that nothing was misconstrued. I do not like miscommunication.
Okay.
My bill November, December
okay,
is $12,936. I did not get the bill yet for the reproduced record or anything that they've done for January. We are in January.
We
right,
know the
so
cost is
12,
36.
13,000, that's on you, but right, that's your bill. But the 3,000
Correct.
is the what you're split, right?
The reproduce, right? And that's what I'm saying. When I
So
saw that
3,000
number,
is gonna be like 1,500 each.
you
But
got
hold
this
on
is
a
where I,
second.
Like, I honestly feel like the only reason this is even being discussed publicly is for money.
No,
Because-
it's being discussed because, well, in the sense that barbecue was wanting her subs to, she was over there on TikTok. Should be ashamed or whatever. Who's her? I know who is one of her subs over on TikTok. Created a YouTube channel and she was talking shit about At Night the other day and on a live, of course, recorded, and doing her like skincare and
No, I get it. What I'm saying
Barbecue
though
brought
is
this up. Barbecue is the reason why this is being talked about.
but this should have been discussed through lawyers only. They shouldn't even be discussing it,
They
period.
That's what I think Granny's saying.
Yeah, I know. I agree with
Bitch.
Granny.
Yeah.
What do you
Well,
ask
that's
her
the
for
way
her
someone needs the
help for her
lawsuit.
community
That's for
for?
damn sure.
For what?
To help with the reproduced record.
Right,
why
but
did
that's
you
not
quote me at the
so
price
no,
of the
why are
actual
you asking-
billing?
Right,
I
no,
can't
you're
hear both
asking
of you
her
at the
for
same
half of it.
time.
You want her to no stop. You want her to pay half of it.
Of the reproduced record?
Right. That's what you
Yes.
asked for, the $3,000, right? So that's $1,500 each.
It's $3,700. I found out today.
So okay, so then that's what we'll for good measure.
I don't
we'll
even
say
know. I just pulled up
$2,000
at
each.
home
There
and
you go,
this is
$2,000
ridiculous.
That's
each.
I just-
$2,000 each. So that's for you to come up with 2,000 and her to come up with 2,000.
Maybe if I could break it down this way, and y'all understand where I
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
which is why I
I
didn't
mean-
respond to you, barbecue.
I just asked you to
Because-
call me. And honestly, this
And
is
I
like
didn't
not
because you're
should-
not even.
Oh,
you
come
but you
up with
brought it
2,000,
public.
she
Stop
comes up
acting
with
like
her
I did that.
2,000, and that's that. That's the reproduced
What I-
record is done.
What I'm trying to say to you is on the day that you reached out, I literally had an Oklahoma hearing and had to come up with a bill. I see your text asking me to help you pay for half of that. And then I'm thinking it's the reproduced record price. And I'm like, I'm already fucking drowning here, barbecue. I'm in 2 fucking litigations. I'm sick as a dog. And I get this message that seems very entitled. Like, and additionally, your attorney's using it in court. It felt very aggressive. And I thought, let me not respond right now. Maybe I'm taking it wrong. Then you sent
Why
the one
not
about
call me though?
because I'm sick and I'm going through my own shit.
Dude, I've
those
been
are my
depressed
only
not
worries.
wanting to fucking
This
live
is
and I still
barbecue's
call and
at it.
step
This
on
is
you,
the real
girl.
barbecue.
Okay, but that again, that's not me and I'm not you. I'm telling you where I was at so you could perhaps understand. You weren't my worry. I'm in 2 lawsuits.
I think
I
she
have
wouldn't
2
be in lawsuit number 2.
When I see your
Honestly,
price
if
of almost
barbecue ain't got her in
13,000,
lawsuit
I about
1.
fell the fuck over. Like I can't pay this on top of Oklahoma and PA in my everyday fucking living. So I tried to do the adult thing and calm down before I responded in case it was just my mood and mental place.
Hey,
And
Queen.
then you hit me with the other
Yeah.
one about me not fighting. And that's where I about fucking lost and I responded to you. You said, call me later, blah, blah, blah. I didn't because I still couldn't believe the audacity. I'm also going through my own shit and we never know what people are going through. But I had to.
I honestly think Granny's afraid of this lawsuit with Tony. I think she knows she's wrong and she's going to
I don't-
lose
How?
because she's wrong. She is
In
wrong
what? In what regard?
in her whole lawsuit with Tony. From what I heard, Tony's right.
With
She's
what?
100% wrong in it.
With what? From what
With-
you heard, like but that's based on what, Laura?
Based on what was said, that she definitely defamed him.
No,
And-
defamation is okay. There's more to defamation than, let's say, but also Granny did go back and correct some of the things that she's been being accused of in this quote unquote defamation lawsuit. Okay, so there's that. Let's not ignore that fact that corrections were made as well.
No,
as-
they weren't.
Yes, there were.
No, they weren't. Not the way they should have been.
Okay, you also have to remember that in defamation cases is you have to know that what you're like, you can't, if you believe that what you're saying is true at the time, like there has to be, it's more than just like saying a misstatement of information. There's more to it than in defamation cases.
I know, believe me, I understand, but I'm saying that
defamation are notoriously hard to do.
This is the one case that I think from what I remember, he does have a case.
I would refresh my memory on that one, Laura.
I'll do it later. Let's get through this.
All right.
But this guy CP, I don't know who he is, but he's kind of boring.
Protect my mental health before your. I never thought in a million years you would then go to King and or my attorney and the internet with it. You did that.
I didn't go to King and any other attorney before I asked you that. Like, I was at Tom's office on Tuesday.
Okay. Well, you just said you went to his office and talked with him, and that's how he knew. You said I went to his office.
Yeah, he said they're in the process of reproducing the record. The next day, 2 days later, that was Thursday, I think, he said it's 8,000 pages for the reproduced record, and we have to print it 7 times. And bind it.
Off what you said earlier. You said when you went to his office, you said to him, do you think this is something they should be paying half of? Which again, I agree with you. My jaw drop was at the initial price when I'm already drowning in 2 fucking lawsuits that I don't belong in.
Hey, Granny.
Oh, hey, Chris.
Hey, barbecue. Hey.
I don't really care or not. You know.
Oh, okay. What did King say? Like, no, he disagrees. We shouldn't have to pay.
Absolutely.
I just don't understand why you said anything at all online about this. That's really where I'm like stuck. Like, why did you bring it up and then follow up with Granny's going to be pissed, but oh well. Like, I had to find out from the internet that you had your attorney go to my attorney for the billing, and I'm like, and then when you said I feel like I'm the only one fighting, that's why I was like, you feel like you're the only one fighting because your attorney decided to do the reproduced record? Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Because I feel like I've been fighting very fucking hard. Like, I really do feel that you were trying to mislead me. I'm being honest. You were trying to mislead me that the price of the reproduced record was nearly $13,000. And you felt that because my attorney was going to use it in court too, that I should have at least help you cover that bill.
Well,
I've
posted my $12,900 bill in full detail on X. And
But barbecue, you dropped about 20 grand to QB. It makes no sense at all.
And your community did a whole lot more than that.
Where in there did it have anything to do with the reproduced record? This is all just taking place.
I don't use X. You know I don't use X. I don't know what you posted on X. I'm telling you what you wrote to me, and the way you phrased it made me believe that was the cost of the record.
And you didn't pick up the phone and call me. So
no, because I was in court, barbecue. I'm not in one lawsuit that revolves. I'm not.
It's been 4 days.
All day. It hasn't. Which reminds me, because you wrote that
it has been 4 days.
You wrote that on Wednesday. I had court on Thursday. You wrote me again on Thursday. I finally responded Friday. Again, I have a whole entire life that doesn't revolve around Rico or barbecue. When I responded to you, I never still thought that you would go and take it to the internet. Nonetheless, you said that you went to your attorney on Thursday. So you knew.
I guess I also don't understand. I don't understand why barbecue thinks that Granny owes her something. Granny's in the same lawsuit you are.
Thinks everyone owes her something. So get in line and give it to her. Okay.
Wait, what?
Barbecue thinks everyone owes her something in life.
It's just weird to me.
It is weird, but that's what happens to entitled people. They think that they're entitled to everything. She thought she was entitled to her trips to Vegas. She thought she was entitled to her trips to Nashville. She would literally, go live and stuff, knowing that these people are sitting around recording her lives, and then come back and be like, well, oh, my friend did this. Well, that's great and all, but if you're going to go about it, if you're going to go on these trips, and let's say your friend is paying for it, and you're their +1 or whatever, maybe don't brag about it on social media.
That's true.
And then ask for money and say, I need money. Oh, and then, hey, everybody, look at my new highlights. Let me show you my new nails. let me, here's my new smoker. So, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Nah, you can't.
Hey, with
Some
our
people
fulfillment
think they
line,
can, but can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's
Like when
ridiculous.
entitled, you know what I'm saying? People think they're entitled, that they think the whole world revolves around them.
But it's
It don't.
almost, it's even more than just entitlement. Just the fact that she flashed her vacation, she flashed money, she's, showing this, she's making trips and GLP-1, food trips and food market and barbecue. Are you fucking kidding me? And now she's like, oh my God, I need money so bad. GW, tell your subs to pay me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
to bill me for half of the cost.
I
So
did
why
not
did
know
you
that.
do it? Oh, okay. What did King say? Like, no, he disagrees. We shouldn't have to pay half.
He didn't actually answer. He just messaged me today.
And told you, yes, her attorney's going to charge her for the half for you.
I'll send you a
And you
screenshot.
thought that was mature or even a cool thing to do? I would never do that to you. Ever. Just I never did. I never would. I know how expensive all this is. I know how much it fucking sucks. I would never, ever disrespect you and say to my attorney that you need to reach out and have her pay half of this. I've taken a lot of hits. I've never do that.
I didn't say those words. That's the issue. Is you're saying things that are not actually factually true of what I actually said.
You said that. You said to King, don't you think that this is something they should be covering half of? That was your words here tonight, not mine. So if that was incorrect, please correct yourself.
Lawner says, tell your attorney to talk to GW's attorney. That's why you have attorney.
Wait, that's Chris Proudfoot on panel? I didn't even
Yes.
realize that was him. I did not even realize that was him.
Yeah.
His barbecue, stop engaging on X. Lastly, stop giving $400 super chats and no sympathy here. But I don't think she's given any $400 super chats for a while. I don't think that
other people
her
have
attorney
on
and
her behalf.
GW's attorney did talk. And there's a little bit of miscommunication either with the attorneys or either back and forth. I'm not too sure as far as engaging on X. I think a lot of people, thinking, you know what I'm saying, trying to encourage the same to not engage with these guys on X.
No, she said on Thursday she went to her attorney's office and then she mentioned, like, isn't this something that they should be covering half of? He agreed. He spoke to my attorney. I didn't know because I didn't get PA billing yet until I heard what Barbecue said on her ex. And I then, as I was live, reached out to my attorney and got the rundown of what's going on. And I just be honest, I felt like we were children. You went to the principal. It feels really fucking petty.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to communicate with my attorney about.
Absolutely, you are. And I'm allowed to say my community ain't helping you with shit.
Well, that's fine.
Oofa.
Don't
Mic
help.
drop.
No, I'm built for it. I'm built for it. There ain't no
Barbecue
don't help. You ran
drops.
to the attorneys. I'm built for it. Don't you worry about it. You'll get your half.
Why would Granny's community help Barbecue Lady when they got to help Granny?
Because Barbecue basically thinks that, like Sly said, that she's literally the queen of this. And Barbecue is, used it to play. I mean, she's used it to her advantage in a way to play. I don't want to say victim because I don't know what the right word for it. She's used it to play like up to people's sympathy to get them to, people did not like Barbecue over here on YouTube. And Barbecue could not. One thing that Barbecue can't stand is not having control of something. And
yeah, but she should be asking QB's community. QB's the one she gave tens of thousands of dollars to, not GW.
Okay, think of it as like as a Britney, I guess. Think of it like Britney. Like Barbecue thinks that she's entitled to have people pay for her vacations, have people pay for her. Like, she just doesn't really, she's just a lot different in terms of the way that she spent, like her Craig ring money and Craig Watt, like all that stuff is public stuff in order to buy people not attacking her in the comments when she goes up on panels.
Yeah.
Something happened with Granny. She disappeared.
No, that was barbecue. I don't care if you think it's child. You think that's childish, Melanie, but not somebody running as somebody's attorney? You don't think that's childish? Wow, okay. We got misunderstandings. I'm full of this, to be
Well, the
honest.
thing, I don't.
Attorneys, I'm built for it. Don't you worry about it. You'll get your half.
Something happened with Granny. She disappeared.
With my attorney about
Attorneys, I'm doing all that shit. So nobody doing all that shit. Wow, okay. We got misunderstandings. I'm sorry, I do. I would never, I don't care what you think, Melanie. I would never do that.
Melanie,
There are plenty of times my attorney has filed a joint filing. I don't care if it was 12 pages that she just tried to insult, and it's the work that goes in it. And I never once said to barbecue, you owe me for what I paid because your name was attached. I would never do that. And even if I had, and she didn't respond in time because she has her own shit going on, which I expressed to her. I said, barbecue, I am not feeling good. I'm being sued in Oklahoma. I got way too much going on. I'm like one fucking thing from breaking down. So she runs to the attorneys and then to the internet. But yeah, real immature of me. I don't poke at Nick and Hung and all them. I'm not doing all that shit. So nobody needs to tell me not to.
Yeah, I was surprised that she said anything on the internet. I was really surprised that when you know what I'm saying. So I do understand you responded on the internet when she says something on here. You're, especially when it comes down to the I don't care if Granny gets mad. I don't really care or not. You know what I mean? Like that's your
That's very
you don't really give a fuck. So,
and it was petty of me to say you're not entitled to my community's help or whatever I just said. I was being petty.
See, but that's where I disagree. It's not being petty, Granny. Your community is your community. Your community is not entitled to pay for barbecue lady. Where's all the money that she dropped to QB? Use some of that. Ask QB for some of that money back. I don't know what to tell you, barbecue, but you're not going to put that on Granny subs.
But I'm just baffled by all of this, to be honest.
Well, the thing is, she has her own community. You have your community. I have my community, just like Clue has her community. Most every creator on here has their own.
And I agree with that.
Small community. We all tend to come together. We all tend to help each other and things like this because mine was the first big lawsuit that we dealt with as a community.
Right.
We then got hit with this fucking RICO. Not only that, boom, Tony hits you again from the other side. So you're dealing with two on top of the RICO.
Southern Spill, I agree that I should pay half.
It's already a lot, and absolutely, I do as well. I believe that you should pay half. She should pay half. That's fine. However, it should have been agreed upon prior to this going on.
And I agree with QB 100%. This should have been talked about long before it ever became public.
And 13K isn't for the record. That's what Granny was saying, is that barbecue was throwing out this 12K figure, almost 13K, saying this is my bill and alluding to it as being that. And I think what she was trying to do is the purpose of that is to make it seem like that was what the record cost to produce it. And
2 juniors banned me from the senior assassin group. Did you
have them pay? Have them pay for it.
But here's the thing: it's not like barbecue.
Said you guys could have sat down and said, "I already, whatever you feel." Your lawyer could have done his. However it works, I don't know. I'm not in it. I can't speak on that because I don't know.
I guarantee that when this deal was made between attorneys, not clients, that if my attorney would have known it was going to turn to this, he would have done his own. King offered as a way to thank him for things he's done and to make it easier on the judges.
Now, here's the other thing I don't understand. They're co-defendants, aren't they?
Yes.
So they can't really do anything separate. Everything has to be together.
Right. That's what they're saying is they've been sharing. That's what Granny's saying is we've been sharing this. My attorney filed this. Your attorney said he already had part of this. He was going to, do X and X. Plus, there was some of the stuff that, you know, like court documents that Barbecue, I think, had gotten. I don't know if she paid for like that transcript of that first court hearing or not, but there were some of the stuff that Barbecue had gotten and given to Queen Bee. It doesn't necessarily have to be together. It's in terms of also like filing stuff. You can do it individually, but then you're duplicating, you know,
Yeah.
duplicating stuff. So I mean, it makes
Agreed.
more sense.
That I should pay half of that. What I didn't agree to was a number of almost 13,000 being told to me. That's where I disagree. Also, my attorney would do was a reproduced record. The attorneys made these agreements, not me, Southern Spill, not me.
Right, which I mean it was made out to, you know, or it was sounded like, I guess I can't say made out to be, but it was typed out that and sounded as if she was asking you for the whole 13,000, but what she was trying to say was she owes 12,000 already on her own bill, and then was wanting to split the rest with you. But then she went on the internet, spoke on it on TikTok, brought it to, you know what I'm saying, the internet, and that's when you responded this morning, right?
Right. I didn't bring it public. I wasn't going to say nothing about it.
Okay. I was trying to get it correct before you know what I'm saying, because you know it's gonna be spoke on, so I want to make sure it's correct.
Yeah.
What's up, Petty AF? What's going on? What's up, Petty? Can you hear us?
We probably were both wrong, J Fox. I didn't
Jay
say
Fox
nothing
is
until I heard what
also a
she said.
Barbecue.
Should I have been the bigger person
TikTok
at that point? Yeah, but when I hear somebody
person.
saying GW is going to be mad and I don't care, I got a lot of built up feelings on top of a lot of things happening, and I could say a whole lot of shit and I still contained myself. That is some disrespectful, snaky shit that I would have never done to her or anybody.
Roll
And I mean, I can understand that too. I can understand it both ways. I can understand her wanting help, but I can also understand you saying, look, my community's we're drowning in this right now. And I'm not only dealing with the RICO, but I'm dealing with this stuff with Tony as well. My community is already helping me. I don't know what you mean by ask my community for help. I've already been asking them for help.
That's pretty much my response.
And then you know what you could have said.
And I agree with QB 100%.
Was, hey, you should ask your community for help for your bill, and I'll ask my community for help with mine. We're already struggling enough as it is, coming up with stuff for the RICO and for Tony. I'm sorry, if I could help you, I would, but my community is already struggling as it is.
Well, first off, it's right after the holidays. Second off, I don't see people as ATMs to be like, hey, also now cover barbecues because her attorney offered to do a reproduced record. It was the whole phrase of it. And I'm sorry, but it wasn't a, hey, can you help? It was, you owed me because my attorney did this work. That's what turned me off to it. And I even sat on it trying to be an adult. Then I responded when, you know, whatever. I would have never brought it here, though. And most importantly, I would have never brought it to my attorney. They have bigger things to deal with, as do many of us.
Hey, Queen, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you. How are you, Miss?
Sorry, I couldn't hear me before. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm not going to start an argument. Well, she's dropped down anyway, but I'm just wondering if Granny has asked Barbecue for any money for all the filings that Granny's lawyer's done.
No, never.
So she's never paid half towards anything that you filed.
That's what I was going to say. Did your lawyer help with hers? Because I was going to say I didn't know if your lawyer did a filing on hers or no.
My attorney has filed many joint filings, which means he brings up both our names, and then her attorney just precipices it, which basically says I agree. That has happened quite a few times. Yes.
The best name, whatever. So if she needs to pay that bill, that's down to her. It's not down to Granny, in my opinion. And it's got nothing to do with me, but this is just an opinion. If she wanted to go and get a name like Tom King, then she should have to pay for it. She came out here bragging. She said that Granny's lawyer were running on King's coattails. She did all of her GoFundMe in Sebastian's name and then deleted it because she's a little bitch and she won't admit it. And then now she's expecting yours to pay. I just don't understand how that's even remotely fair. If you're going to level the playing field, level the playing field. If she wants you to pay half of her bill for this reproduced record, then why can't you ask her for half of everything that your lawyers filed on behalf of you both? It's just she always comes up and she's one of those people that just craves attention, and she's doing everything on X, whatever it's called, Twitter. She's doing all that. I can't stand it. It's disgusting. The way that barbecue's handled this whole Rico stuff, it's always been just about her. And I'm sorry, but Granny, you have gone through everything and you're not in just one suit. So why is she coming to you if you've never gone to her? It's bullshit, it's selfish, and it's just out of order, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion.
I get what you're saying. And like I said, I do understand her being like, I felt the same way before. So I do get it. And maybe with the stress of it coming up and all that, she acted in a way she shouldn't have, whatever. But my biggest thing for people being like, well, Granny, you should pay half of it. The lawyers made the agreement. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I didn't know the bill. I still don't know the bill. My attorney's billing me for it now because she went to them. I was told $1,300. I'm sorry, I was.
I never
I just don't
asked
think-
GW to pay my bill.
I really don't.
I'm reading the comments now.
And
It's a bunch
yes, I
of-
do. Locked and loaded. Her GoFundMe was for 25,000, so she could hire Tom King and give his retainer. It was all in Sebastian's name. I went to go and get the screenshot earlier, but JP's privated it. So if I can't get hold of JP, I've got no way of talking to her. But she's got it on one of her lives to show that she did it all in Sebastian's name, because that was the biggest problem for a lot of people in the beginning. Don't use Sebastian's name. It's got nothing to do with Sebastian. That's what pissed a lot of people off. And the fact now that she's thinking that it's just her, it's gross. I'm sorry, it's gross. And I know you're both in lawsuits and it must be stressful. I can't even imagine that. But why come to you for half when you've never done it to her? If she
Right.
wants to be fair, then be fair. Barbecue lady, I'm not lying, and you know I'm not lying. Queen's got the screenshots, or she's had the screenshots before. If JP was in here, I would ask her for that video and prove it.
Okay, now this is where you got to pay attention to Petty. Petty's made a lot of good points.
You are a lying little cunt who just wants money off everybody.
What screenshots, Petty?
The
Which
one
ones?
where what shows barbecue's original GoFundMe.
Okay,
where
well,
it's got Sebastian's
did you send them on Discord? If you did, they're still there.
I went on our Discord conversation earlier, and the only thing that was on there was the link to JP's video. I went to the go to the timestamp, but she's privated it.
Oh,
But she did put all of that in Sebastian's name, and I don't care if it's rude. I'm not going too far. She's done this for the grift. She wanted that lawyer. She bragged about that lawyer.
Yep.
Pay for your lawyer.
You
Or be
brag
fair.
about it, pay for it.
It's the only way you'll do it.
I got 4 attorneys.
Whoever made you barbecue, you're a liar. You made that GoFundMe.
It's the remember, was this the same argument that happened before? Because she
Exactly.
didn't make it, her friend made
And
it.
she called me. Who
Uh,
said
just
that I was the
before
liar.
She said, "Just wait till it's all over. It will be worse. Mark my words." Not by GW. Are you talking about for you barbecue when the lawsuit's over, Melissa? Or I'm sorry, Melissa.
See, someone in comments just said it, that her friend gave her 25 grand, but it comes up again.
Oh, yeah.
Because here's this one. Hold on. It says
More than that, maybe.
Majority of you only know tidbits of her. I have been through. It is. Hold on. Most of y'all only know tidbits of her. I've been through it. Petty is right.
Granny
Well,
had
yeah, I was
plenty
gonna say
of
you
time.
girls had it out.
I
That
can't stand
comment
her.
about
She's a
Granny
liar.
had plenty. Sorry.
Sorry, Granny.
No, it's okay. Sorry.
She did this last time when B. Tim was on panel, and she was making out that I was the liar. I was making it all up. She never made the GoFundMe. And then we got all the screenshots, and I sent them to Queen through JP's video. She got all the
Petty,
screenshots showing that she did it in Sebastian's name.
I swear, and I will swear under oath, I never made that GoFundMe.
So why does it say created by Barbecue Lady?
Because that's what somebody wrote on it to attach it to my name, my screen name. I didn't make that GoFundMe ever. And I stand on that. I'll swear under oath.
Okay, but the fact is the screenshots are It
The fact
was
is
you that
I'm
made
telling
it.
you that I didn't make it.
You that asked for 25 grand. You that put Sebastian's name in it. Somebody donated the 25 grand and you left that GoFundMe up. Right
I
or wrong?
don't have a GoFundMe.
You're a fucking liar.
I didn't
You are a
fucking
liar.
make it. Somebody else made it, you dumb bitch.
Who is going to make a GoFundMe for 25,000?
Lots of people make GoFundMes for people to help out with shit. You dumb
Help
bitch.
out. You don't want help. You think you're entitled to it. You are the most selfish little
You're
bitch I have
lying
ever
and
fucking met.
defaming my
I am
fucking
not lying.
name.
So
You're
fucking
fucking
sue me.
defending
You told
me.
JP you were going to fucking sue her.
Listen,
Because the same thing. We've got
I
you out.
didn't
You are a
make
fucking
the
liar.
GoFundMe, you
You are a
stupid
liar.
fucking
No,
bitch.
Petty, maybe
Shut
she's telling the
up,
truth. She didn't make
barbecue.
it. A friend made it. Nonetheless, it was made on your behalf, promoted by you, and the earn the whatever went in or didn't go in was going to go to you.
There was
It's
there was
semantics.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think somebody else made the GoFundMe, but put barbecue's name on. I'm trying to look through these screenshots now, but I think somebody made it and put her name on it. But it was the for barbecue. It was for you.
correct, but I didn't make it. And that money went to my attorney.
Okay.
You guys act like I'm fucking out here blowing fucking money on shit.
Oh,
All these comments in here saying, "Oh, you went to Vegas." Okay,
Here's the logic that I can't grasp. If you got 25,000 and your bill is only 13,000, where's the rest? Where's the rest? Why are you bitching then when you have $13,000 left over?
Oh, because she spent more. Like she wanted to incur more damage, like more, by getting like I said, one of her attorneys is $425 an hour. Billable rate. Some of them are, cheaper than that.
But the stupidest thing she could have done is shown that her bill was only 13 grand.
Well,
It was the dumbest thing she could have done.
That was this bill, Laura, for November and December. That's not the bill so far, like of everything.
No, that was her total bill.
Her total bill for November and December, Laura.
daughter took me to Vegas to a Zach Brown concert. Okay, and
What
Can
about
you remember when we was on the panel together on Queens? I can't check Discord at the minute, sorry. When we was on the panel on Queens and I had a go at you the first time for this GoFundMe and you was arguing about the GoFundMe. So you know that there were a GoFundMe. You know
I
that
do
called
know there
you
was a
out for it.
GoFundMe.
You know
Absolutely,
that you got
I
the
know that there
25
was
grand,
one.
and you know that you kept that fucker up so that you could get more money off Sebastian's name. And when I called you out for
Oh
having
my
Sebastian's
God.
name all over it,
Nobody's
you
getting
turned
money
around and
on
said I was a fucking
Sebastian's
liar.
fucking name, okay? Just like people said I took that fucking money and I went and bought a smoker and a fucking car and I paid my attorney with it. All these fucking lies. This is what's wrong with the internet, and I will not be back. Fuck you, Petty. I didn't make it.
I will not be back. Like, okay, people are
I'm
supposed to,
putting
what
a
are they
link in
supposed
back
to do? Shed
for
a
the
tear?
video and the timestamp.
That's what she
Fucking
thinks.
calling
I
Like,
was
that
this
trying to
is,
find the screenshots because I think someone else did make that screenshot, or I mean,
I've got it now. It's timestamp
GoFundMe
for.
account.
It's timestamp 9 seconds on the link I've just put in the back.
All
Don't
right,
call me a
okay,
fucking liar,
I'll
barbecue.
pop it up. Yeah, I just say I'll pop it up. I ain't got no problem with that. It's an open panel. Anybody's welcome. Anybody's welcome to crack that link. It's an open panel. All right, here's the video. Okay, here, hold on. Here's the video. Here's the.
Hey, Petty.
Oh, hold on. Let me get back in this. I
So
should make it bigger, but
I'm Chris Ray, the FBI director.
Yeah, but honestly, it doesn't matter if she started it or not. Petty's whole point was she had it, that she had a GoFundMe.
yeah.
And Barbecue just wanted to sit there fucking screaming how it wasn't her, she didn't start it. It doesn't matter if you started it. It's still your fucking GoFundMe.
I mean, I'm gonna check with one other person that would know, but I'm pretty sure Barbecue did create that GoFundMe.
The man's still there. With the rest at what,
Every
13,
day.
30,000? Yep.
Fraud.
oh, I can't fucking play this. This is fucking shady shit.
I
dude.
have that. I think I just
Oh,
sent
I
it
don't know.
to you.
Someone
You
sent me
can
the
play
link.
Shady. I don't know if you want to, but
It
was in-
happened. There's really no disagreement here. she's saying the
Yeah,
disagreement is I remember Petty found that at the bottom it says made by and it said barbecue's name, right?
Yeah.
That's what you want to point out. But it ultimately is just arguing semantics because barbecue's saying, well, I didn't make it. Well, yeah, okay, fine, somebody else made it, but you advertised
You had it
But
made
still,
right.
before
it's
you.
True.
irrelevant.
Okay, true. There, yeah, that's
Still there.
In the conversations that me and Barbecue have had, or arguments me and Barbecue have had on Queen's panel, and she is there saying, or not taking responsibility, because she's always said she didn't do it, even though it's in her name, but she was talking about it. She got all that money with Sebastian's name. That's what pissed me off. That's what pissed a lot of us off. She had no right to do that.
Well, to be fair, I don't think that much money. I think like $500 went in that or something. But I remember that's the first
Because
time
then
I
it
was
started going to barbecue.
because I remember saying,
And-
yeah, I agree with you. It definitely has his name in it, But
Yeah.
right. It
I
did
don't
have
think
his
she
name
let
in
it
it,
out.
too, yeah, but I think it only made 500. But I think it was like $500 or something. Then it was closed out.
Yeah, I don't think
It wasn't closed out. This is why we had the argument, because
It was
she left it up there
3,500
after somebody
too. I've got a
donated the
screenshot of
25K
it.
for a retainer,
Oh.
and she left that GoFundMe up there, and she never closed it out because I had an argument with her on panel about it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So okay, so why? Well, and I think I was to say I don't know if it was the person that that opened it had to close it. I don't know. I'm honestly I don't know. So I'll let me just stop because I can't even speak on it. I don't know.
And to be
Yeah.
fair, the whole Rico was based off our coverage of Sebastian. You know what I mean? So, like, I get what you're saying, but it's just, I don't know if it needs to be rehashed.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
I'm not rehashing it. I'm just saying the fact that she's coming in now and asking your community to pay for her bills is just wrong.
I agree.
The playing field should be level. If she wants money off you for her bill, you should get money off her for your bill, for your joint filings. It's not fair. If she's the one out here that wanted that big rich lawyer, Tom King. She's the one that wanted that. So
Well,
that
that's
is
how
her
I felt when I saw
responsibility
the
to pay.
price. Now that I know the
Exactly.
price is different, but Jules, you said I had days to respond. First off, I didn't know if I didn't respond by a certain time that attorneys would be contacted and the internet. I mean, again, I had a big hearing in Oklahoma. I'm sick, sorry. I haven't even been live in fucking days, but I should drop what I'm doing to call barbecue. Or if not, it's going to make its way to the internet. I mean, hold accountability where it belongs. I didn't bring this shit here.
Yeah.
This was so unnecessary. It's actually embarrassing. The whole thing. I hate being tied to her name. I'm just gonna be honest. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Cash says, Chris, positive energy to you and Katie and your daughter. I agree. They need to be careful. In their words, damages.
Yeah.
Did I, Melanie? Did I before barbecue or after, hun?
There's
brought it
another one.
first?
Or there's the same one again.
And yeah, so regardless, the reproduced record isn't going off the cost of King's hourly work. It's going off the cost of the printing of the papers. That's what ultimately she was trying to say. Which again, I understand. I respect. I'll make sure going forward, any hearings or anything, that my attorney consults with me before making a deal with yours, and we can make sure that I'm not having yours carry my weight or something. I don't know, but rest assured, I'm billed for it, so don't worry, barbecue. You got your bill cut in half. Congratulations. Fuck.
And that
Yeah,
got
that's not
actually
bad.
3,500.
She says
in
the
three
Rico
hours.
was a fellowship sticker. The Rico was brought in Sebastian's name. You should turn your anger towards that, not barbecue.
I've always called that out, but I've always called barbecue out from day one. She put in her GoFundMe that she was searching for Sebastian and everything, and made out that she was searching for him and doing all this so that she could keep searching for him. So she's
See, I disagree with Clue here, saying that it wouldn't have happened without Seth. I don't believe that.
I think Tony was the one that came up with this idea.
I agree with that. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think it was Seth.
Well, Seth and his hurt Fifi's related to her wanting to put her in it. Yes. And from Clue's perspective, yes.
Yeah, but nobody would have taken it if it wasn't for Nick and Betty and
No. Tony was the driving force behind this. And I think Tony manipulated Seth in the sense of, hey, this is a quick, easy money. Look,
No, because who were
No.
they getting money from?
Believe me, they're who? What do you mean who? Who are they getting money from? Who?
Granny lives at home with her parents, and Barbecue. What did they think? Barbecue was going to shell out thousands of dollars?
Yeah, that was their goal, to bankrupt them.
Yeah, that'll get some side money. So some money on the side. And they trip. So
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if I'm going to go after someone for money, it's not going to be someone that still lives at home with their parents, and it's certainly not going to be some chick on TikTok.
Well, okay, you don't know Tony then. It's not just, it's personal for Tony with Barbecue. Barbecue made sure to make it personal, and that's why. And you know, that's why I say, if it wasn't for Barbecue, and that's why all this stuff is about Barbecue. Granny's a little Granny's just a little piece of Brittany J's pathetic written bullshit injunction. Everything else was Barbecue.
I agree with that.
It was
Fucking
personal.
liar.
It was Tony.
And whether you can separate it or not, that's not the point. She was the one who was getting this off of Sebastian's name. It wasn't just, I need money to help with this filing. She put in some lies in that one. It's just, it is what it is. I can't stand her.
Well, lies like this, right? Like the only reason we won the RICO is because she had prior arguments with Tony and had a text message. You think that's the only reason we won the RICO? Really? Not that it was fabricated, not that they didn't have any evidence, not that they called them counts as in criminal codes in a civil filing, but because she had a text message? Okay. Wow. Gee golly, we should have just threw that text at the judge right when we got in there. We could have ended this all sooner. What an asinine thing to say.
I don't know.
I mean,
I just think keep it fair.
Did it help? Yes. But it's not what fucking won the case. I mean, come on. It could also, you know, be why the case is to be.
Yeah.
Because there was arguments with Tony and Tex, and there was argument. I mean, who knows? We could turn it either way. Maybe that's the only reason RICO exists, because a text like that exists. Who fucking knows? But I think that's asinine to say that we only won because of that text. That's silly. It's because the filing was garbage.
Yeah.
No, that didn't come from Barbecue. It came from one of the chatters. Barbecue.
Cluminati says you can't say it's separate from Sebastian. Without Seth getting in his fifis, it wouldn't have ever happened. Period.
White Diamonds, I wasn't around when Summerwell's case was here, and I don't know who Robin Lane is. No.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you weren't around for that. White Diamond says,
I think the difference that people aren't grasping is it's not that there's such a difference with I'm sorry, it's not like that it wasn't about Sebastian or in Sebastian's name, but Barbecue is using Sebastian's name to raise money. I think that's what Petty was trying to say, and it kind of got lost in translation.
I sent you the shady.
Send it to me. Put it in private chat.
I sent it.
Put it in the private chat. I can't check Discord. I'm not on my computer.
What about your email? Because I sent it there.
It's not a link?
It's a link.
So just put it in private chat.
Girl, I will yeet myself.
What?
I'll yeet myself off panel. I don't know. I'm terrible when I'm on my iPad doing this.
Do you know where the private chat is?
Yes, I know how to get there, but I just always manage to never find my way
All right.
back.
What email did you send it to?
The main one, the one I always know.
All right.
question to Petty: did someone on here buy you a camera using Summerwell's name? Are you friends with Robin Lane? No, Petty wasn't around for Summerwell's case at all. I don't think that.
I came in on Sebastian's case.
Miss Alma says GW and Barbecue are entitled to pick who they want to defend them. Let the lawyers duke it out, not strangers on the internet. I've donated to both. Petty, please stop.
I do agree. That's the way it should be.
Justice for Alyssa, majority. Oh, you're up here. Okay, you're still up here,
Who, me?
Melissa. Fly on your wall says barbecue. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Your text should have said this. Calling you shouldn't result in the truth. Law nerd, tell your attorneys. Okay, we read that one. Let me see. Caffeinated Duchess, Chris, if you can, Chris, if I can help for Sebastian, I donate in his name if I could to help the both of you.
Thank you.
That's nice. Spilled Tea Department is it saying stick with them, hang out with them, root for them. Which I mean, we have a lot of floaters. We have a lot of little floaters that just kind of float all over the place. But everybody has their core support system. You know what I'm saying? Like, as yeah,
her community has helped barbecue tremendously.
Oh, tremendously.
Granny's
Barbecue's community has been very good to barbecue. Absolutely, they have been. I will not take that away. They have done amazing things for her.
Yeah, and Granny's community has done a lot for Granny.
Right.
Absolutely. Mine has done amazing things for me too,
Yeah.
It is a definite blessing, and it's a shame that this is where monies have to go. It's such a waste of everybody's money. It just literally kills me.
Disgusting. It makes me sick. It shouldn't even have to go on this. This is pointless. This could be going on things to find Sebastian. This could be going on so much more.
Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting.
It's not that I don't feel for barbecue either. I do feel for her. But the fact is the way she came into this, it is what it is. She came in wrong, with the wrong attitude. It just made her look really selfish and arrogant, and
like a bull in a china shop.
That was my issue. But that's my issue. I'm not in the lawsuit. But if she wants money from Granny, then Granny should get money from her. It is what it is. Fair's fair.
I didn't know the barbecue had went to your lawyer. I mean, or to her lawyer to ask for half the money. I had no idea.
I didn't either. I found out today due to barbecue on a live stream, telling everybody about it and saying she don't give a fuck. Granny's probably going to be mad.
Crazy as hell. I don't know why that had to be on the internet, or why that was even. I don't even know why that would have been mentioned. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah,
because she didn't think it would get back to Granny.
Whatever,
in my opinion.
Also saying he spoke to him on Thursday about it. Thank you for the many filings he has done, and because he already had half of it done. Also, to not confuse the judges by having several reproduced records. It's just easier for the one side.
Yeah, but see, on the flip side of it, though, they're probably not going to have to pay for any of it. So I don't know why it's even being discussed.
Yeah,
like
because
you would die.
Have to pay. Laura, go back to what I was trying to say earlier. You have to have an accurate record for the appellate.
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't pay everything up front with a lawyer.
Well, you have to pay it. When do you pay it then?
Yeah, but if you look at Barbecue's bills, she's paying like $500 on that $12,000.
No, those are just some of the. No, those are just her. That just shows her payments as they've come in. So depending on what her payment arrangement is and payment agreement is on how often she's, responsible for her bill, those are not necessarily even payments that she made, but other people made on her behalf. Because I saw a post that showed a lot of credit card payments coming in to her attorney within minutes of each other from, in large amounts. And barbecue.
I have no sympathy for her at all.
The grift is real.
But that's what I'm saying. I have zero sympathy for her. She shouldn't have spent $20,000 on QB. Don't bitch that you have no money now.
But that's where it comes back to you saw the way the chat kind of was against her, and rightfully so. Barbecue cannot take that. Her ego cannot take people clapping back. That's why her and Tony, that was the problem with her and Tony, is like she could never just say, okay, I'm walking away at the expense of like, this would be best for me to do. Like, I can't afford an attorney or whatever. You know, I don't want to be put in this, but in a
Yeah, but
way,
you know what?
she kept
Every single one of their lawsuits are about egos. Every single one of them.
Well, she just kept barking and barking and barking and taunting, and you know.
Less than they both need is a lawsuit. You keep doing that, and then lawyers gonna want more money. They're gonna be like, all right, well, this is the case. Then how much more are we gonna put up? You keep doing that, it's gonna be a whole back and forth type deal. The whole
Well,
thing is gonna be like the issue.
as long as they cry victim, they'll keep getting it.
To have one record. My attorney would have never done that and billed barbecue. Matter of fact, there's a lot of
Yeah, I'm basing, just so you guys know, I'm basing the number of barbecue lady on Alyssa, Justice for Alyssa.
Yeah.
She says that she gave 26,000. So I think it was either 21,000 or 26,000.
24 what Melissa said.
What?
24K is what.
24,000. And we know Barbecue Lady gave just about every time that Alyssa gave, so did Barbecue. And Barbecue gave long before Alyssa. So I'm putting it around 20-25 grand. Absolutely.
That's on Front Street though.
things my attorney has
say
done that he never thought, oh, I'll send barbecue half. I mean, maybe going forward he will. After all, they work, you know, for me. But no, he would have never done that. And I certainly would have never asked. I never did ask. My attorney has filed many joint filings. I've never once said, hey, since you wrote her name all throughout this too as a joint filing, is she going to pay for half of it? Never, you know. Oh, well.
I think that's what I don't know. It's just my opinion at the end of the day. I'm no one. It's just, you know, when you sat on the outside and you're looking in, and I don't watch barbecue because I don't watch her. So.
Okay, I'm going to pause this for a second and put on the video about the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Bear with me.
I think I think 25,000 is conservative. And that's nothing against QB. I mean, heck, if someone's gonna give me to shoot, here you go.
I'm Chris Ray, the FBI director. Scheme. Want to help.
I am retaining a federal attorney.
And I will say those do cost more.
And the retainer is $25,000.
Damn! Somebody just messaged me to tell you to check SF's Twitter post. He's saying that they're all false or something.
What is?
Here's the thing, and this is all I can say. I'm trying to think of my verbiage because I know everybody's watching and like to twist my words.
Yeah, definitely make sure, you know what I mean? Just take your time. You know what I mean? Just, you don't have to.
There are reverse actionable things that I could go after as well.
Like a countersuit or like a
Correct.
counter.
Yeah, something like that.
Counterclaim can be done.
So, yeah, I mean.
And so it has to be done federally? Is that the gist that I'm catching here? Because federal lawyers do cost a lot of fucking money. I can't vouch for that.
Yes.
They definitely fucking do.
Yeah.
But,
hey, listen, I won't crowdsource if someone wants to buy one of my Frenchie puppies. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I don't know.
How much are those? What do those cost?
You could message me.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I was just trying to help, you know.
Is it a fluffy Frenchie?
What about?
I have 2 fluffies and 3 non-fluffies.
Yeah. Okay.
But regardless, it's not a scam. I'm not using Sebastian's name to crowdfund. I didn't even actually make the GoFundMe. Somebody made it on my behalf and wrote the whole thing. It was witnessed with an attorney. So if someone wants to dispute that, you know, I know this was on Brittany J's live earlier. Let's go, reporter GoFundMe. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, why would they fucking? Well, I guess I was gonna say I don't know why anybody over here would be the one to. But over there, I mean, I could definitely see that because they had Betty in the chat, Tony in the chat.
Dude, they're disgusting. They're disgusting. All I'm gonna say is I am going to be very prepared. I have already prepared, and I'm just taking my next step. So they can assume all they want. They can lie all they want. You know, they can speculate all they want, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to say what's going on because
What
why would I
advocate
give them a
training
heads
have
up
you
on
taken?
anything?
Hey, Barbecue, what advocate training have you taken?
I'm sorry.
What advocate training have you taken?
For what?
For being an advocate? You state in your GoFundMe that you're an advocate, so I was asking what training you've taken. That's all. Question.
I don't need to answer anything. I didn't make that GoFundMe. It was made on my behalf. So if you
Oh,
want to
okay.
like pick out verbiages and things like that, I mean,
No, I am seriously asking. You claim that you're an advocate. What training have you had? That's all I'm asking, straight up. Because I have taken training for it. I used to do that in my real life. I'm just curious. We have lots of people around here that like to put that label on themselves.
Did you read it? Did they give you a chance to go over it and read it? Like to give you an opportunity to say, hey, you should probably.
yeah, I mean, any. I know, but the word advocate could mean multiple things. Like you're sitting there acting like the word advocate requires certain training. So to publicly speak about something and be an advocate for something doesn't need training. Just saying.
Well, there's a difference
So,
between being
anyway,
an
I'm done because
advocate and being
I'm actually
an
over on my TikTok
advocating.
right now, and we're doing a whole new shuffle of billboards. So I'm not going to let this shit affect what our real goal was. So
Well, yeah, no,
anybody
if you
has a
got stuff going on,
recommendation-
I just thought maybe something happened, and as soon as
No.
I heard that, I thought maybe they fucked with you again, or that they hit you with a fucking lawsuit tonight, or you got something that.
Yeah, I'm not discussing it, but I just don't appreciate people trying to attack me.
Oh,
Well,
see,
sure not.
All right, so correct me if I'm, that was voices. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I kind of remember this. She started this. They didn't even hit her with a lawsuit at this point,
correct.
right?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I don't think she had been. Yeah, I don't think it had been.
Because I remember hearing this, and I remember hearing, and I was sitting there like, nobody hit you with a lawsuit. What are you doing?
Because I think well, from what I understand, what I remember, Barbecue got served with like the C&D, and there was like something indicating that they would be filing if she didn't comply with the C&D. And then so that's where this whole GoFundMe was created.
All right.
I mean, you said what you said they were calling you. They were saying what about you over there? What'd you say they were saying about you over there on Brittany J's?
That they were going to report my GoFundMe and shit. They're saying all types of shit over there.
Jesus fuck.
But I'm just
you're
saying,
allowed
like,
to have a GoFundMe.
whoever just asked me like what kind of training or whatever I had to be an advocate, you don't need any training to spread awareness and be an advocate.
I've never been one, so I don't really know much about that.
Anybody could be an advocate. No, there's no technical.
You do because there's a right way to do it, and then there's not. But
Wow,
I'm doing what you're doing. It seems to be working for you.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like I said, to be transparent, this is what I pulled up and I just read it. I just was reading the thing here. That's all I was reading off, and it said advocate on here. So I think that's where she got that from.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we are advocating for Sebastian. We have raised money for billboards. We have advocated for people to post the flyers on their TikTok pages.
Right, I'm not doubting that. Like I said, when I seen it, I thought
not you, whoever
instantly, like
saying
something
that.
happened. You know, we just thought like, damn, something the fuck happened again. We just, you know what I mean, like.
It's in continuation, and it'll be handled by my attorneys.
Well, yeah, and then as soon as I pop it up and it just said help barbecue lady raise funds for legal expenses, and I'm like, oh fuck, did she get hit with a lawsuit in the middle of this? You know what I mean? Or did they fucking send one already because it says this legal battle isn't just about me? So I was like, well, what the fuck's going on here? So I continued to keep reading. This is to make sure that people like Sebastian are not forgotten. I'm committed to standing up against this order so I can continue raising awareness. But the legal fees are more than I can handle. But so what are you hiring a federal lawyer for? Is that for just because like you just want to be safe and make sure that you're covered, or?
I just can't speak on it.
Oh, got you. Go. Okay, that's what you can't speak on that part. Okay.
All right, girl. Have a good day.
To say is this: if people are watching this,
and
you better be careful what you're posting in the chats. You better be careful what you're posting in the chats. I gotta restart my live. Somebody reported me. Sorry, I gotta restart. Thank you. I have to restart. Okay, I'm sorry. I got a fucking violation.
And she broke it. Yeah, I was there during that, and it was kind of like you agreed not to talk about her, and she agreed not to talk about you, and then
I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Nor do I give a fuck. Stop! I'm not holding you up here all night. Guys, I don't care what's going on over there. She could fucking rein in her chat. There's a lot of defaming, slanderous things going on.
Talking about Queen Bee's chat.
Random the dime.
Yeah.
How about that? All right, I'm gonna go feed my $20,000 dogs that are really only $2,500 to $3,500. I'm gonna go to my Discord. In my bio is an email address. If you have any receipts of threats of text messages, old screen recordings, I mean, I pretty much have everything that I think I need. So does my attorneys. I also have a GoFundMe that has been edited because I didn't actually make the GoFundMe. Someone else typed that out, confirmed it with my attorney, and we have changed that. It literally just says legal fees. No, you're good, Henzie. I have a retainer that I need to pay. You don't have to fucking donate. And if you don't donate, don't fucking talk shit. So at the end of the day, yeah, there's 2 E's. It's receipts, please, with an extra E at proton.me. People are going to sit there and try to go after me. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm still sitting here drinking my fucking 0 sugar cream soda. I don't care. Keep lying. Keep defaming. Keep spreading lies. Keep spreading hate. All in the name of Sebastian, mind you. You're going to sit there and talk shit about people, and then you're going to say, Sebastian strong. No, that's not how it goes. You should be ashamed of yourself for saying some of the shit that I've read in the comments in the last 2 days. Absolutely disgusting.
That's
absolutely disgusting.
Pause it for a second. That's what she was literally. That's what I meant by she would go over there and people would come at her and she did not like it. So,
but she's so many things I got to say. But hold on, Dayton's needs his computer, so
No,
I
I
got to
don't.
switch computers.
No, I don't. You can use.
What are you doing? You've been trying to kick me off for an hour.
I'm going to get dinner.
Just as I'm about. All right, whatever. I don't want to hear you bitch then.
You got like 30 minutes.
What?
You got 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Why are you only going to the gym for 30 minutes?
I said I'm going to get dinner.
Dinner.
Oh, you said you're going to the gym.
I'll go to the gym after. I feel it.
You don't have to.
Yo, these sound good right about now.
for dinner. Why wouldn't you do?
I mean,
All right. So if I remember correctly, and from what I'm hearing now, she wanted to do this federal lawsuit before they even
No.
had a lawsuit.
Well, she knew she was going to get it if she didn't comply with the CND.
What do you mean?
She knew she was going to get served with the injunction if she didn't comply with the CND that they had sent her.
Yeah, but she didn't have to. The CND was total bullshit.
Yeah, well, she knew that she was going to, like I said, she knew they were going to do that. She didn't comply, so she got the lawsuit.
So all she had to do was comply. None of that would ever happen, period. Point blank and simple.
Pretty much.
That,
Now, did I agree with the threats and the CND and the demands they were making? Fuck no. But my point is that barbecue literally has a way of antagonizing people that, you can just, there are some people like Tony that you can see are just like slime balls, and Nick and Hong and all those people. And Tony was never, it's no secret, Tony has never been afraid to take to go to court and win or lose. And when he has something very personal against you and you've made it personal, then
I just think the whole thing is so, like, I don't know. My opinion is different than most because I don't think they needed to even file anything in the first place. I don't think it ever would have done anything. It would have never gone anywhere. It was going to sit in the courts.
They had to, Laura. You can't just not respond. You can't pull a Brittany J and not respond and pretend like it doesn't.
Yeah, but it was never going to go anywhere. It was just sitting in a file.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, eventually they're gonna bring up the file sooner or later, whether you respond or not.
I don't think they would have. I don't.
J, you can't pull a Brittany J, Laura. If someone sues you, you have to respond. Right? Okay.
Well, you have to respond if there's something to respond to.
Well, yeah, just because you and I agree that it's bullshit what they submitted, you still have to respond. Otherwise, you get what's known as a default judgment, which is exactly what Brittany J got.
No. I don't mean the appeal. I'm saying it at the very beginning.
That's exactly my point. Once it was filed, they had to respond, regardless of how bogus bullshit it was. Or otherwise, what would they get? Default judgment.
Yeah, they gave her a reason to respond, so hey, she responded. Plain and simple. Whether what the reason was.
You're missing the point.
Doesn't mean that it's not that you don't have to respond.
No, but you're missing my point. That file sat in a court. It wasn't seen by a judge until Barbecue Lady hires this attorney to answer something that didn't even need an answer to begin with. That's how this all started. They filed this bullshit injunction that sat in a file that no judge was looking at. That's why Lesniak had no fucking idea what was going on, because he never thought it was ever going to be seen by a judge.
I don't even think Lesniak really authored it, but that's just my
No, I agree. I think it was all Nick.
I'm telling you something in back chat about your tagline. I was trying to say it was spelled wrong, but your website name. I just noticed it. I was a little distracted earlier, or else I would have told you.
But it was used as a scare tactic.
No, it wasn't. Once it's okay, a scare tactic is I'm gonna sue you. Here's what I would file. Once it's filed, whole different ball game, Laura.
Yeah, but it was never filed with a judge.
Was filed, Laura.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it
It was not filed with the judge until Barbecue Lady got a lawyer. That's when it was filed with the judge.
So you're talking about okay, but what does that have to do with your? But concerning like as far as Granny and Barbecue, it was filed.
Because if they would have never gotten, like, if Barbecue, not Granny, but if Barbecue Lady would have never gotten an attorney to begin with, and just like whatever with the C&D, or maybe just shut the fuck up, then none of this would even be an issue.
So who does it go back to? BBQ.
Yeah, I never said it didn't.
Yeah, but I'm saying like once they filed it, like her and Granny had to respond.
But Barbecue Lady,
it doesn't even like once you file it, okay, if you don't respond within that time frame of responding to, then you can still have a judgment entered.
No, a judge has to see it first.
A judge will sign off on it, but you can still have basically what would be in effect a default judgment that's then signed off by a judge once it's later assigned to a judge. If that makes sense. It's sitting in the court clerk's office, right? Nobody responds within the correct time. Let's look at
It's not, no. It's not that nobody responded. They didn't do anything with it. They had it sitting in a file. It wasn't ever in front of a judge. A judge never looked at it. It was not waiting for a judge.
What are you talking about?
No, not pay anything protest.
What are you talking about?
So I'm guessing obviously it must have been like waiting there, and then they didn't want nothing to do with this, so they just threw it out pretty much.
Okay, look. When let's say you want to file something in the courts. So you file a motion, you write a motion, you take it to the courts, you pay your fees, you bring it to a judge. Judge then gives you a date and says, okay, I will hear this, May 29th, whatever. That's how court is done. Nick and them did not do that. Nick and them decided, no, Granny, I'm talking way back in the beginning. Nick and them decided, let's just write something and put it in a file. It didn't go anywhere until Barbecue Lady decided to get a fucking attorney and bring it all up. Granny, as I've said from the beginning, only got involved because of where she lives. Because she's in Nick's jurisdiction, and it was like, oh my God, look at this. We have someone that lives right here. Let's get her involved in this. And then they sought out, her past issues. They sought out Brittany. It was stupid. But I've said that from the beginning. That's how Granny got involved. And then by that point, she had to have an answer. She had to have an attorney. But Barbecue Lady, if her ego wouldn't have gotten involved in the first place, that shit would have sat in a fucking file to the end. Nobody would have looked at it.
Well, it was never it wasn't going to be filed until Barbecue kept running her mouth.
And I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. It was Barbecue's ego that got that file from sitting in a fucking file to actually being seen by a judge, which I don't think anybody anticipated or wanted in the first place.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't have. I think actually, Barbecue. Okay, let's just be real about it. Barbecue was going to keep running her mouth anyway, so they knew they were going to file the damn thing. They knew they were going to throw Granny in it at that time. That's why you had like all these mods frantically like scraping for everything they could find on Granny. That's why they went to NC as well and tried to see if she was willing to join in, and find, because she actually, I guess, has more common sense than BJ. But yeah, like it was gonna be filed regardless. Because barbecue doesn't know how to shut up. So, but
Yeah, but it's sad. Like, Granny, you're saying it.
We're talking
Hold
about two
on.
different things.
Granny's saying after 20 days and no response, but it was in there more than 20 days. It was sitting in a file doing nothing. Like, no judge looked at it.
Right, but it hadn't, just because no judge had looked at it doesn't mean that, how do I explain this? Just because no judge had looked at it doesn't mean that nothing was going to come of it. Okay? Yet. Just because no judge had yet looked at it doesn't mean it was not going to go anywhere, Laura. That's what you don't get.
I don't know.
Eventually, they're going to look at it. Well, you go ahead, Laura. It's cool. Go ahead.
I think, and I stand by this, barbecue got involved because of her big fucking mouth, and she, like Granny just said, she was running her mouth about this lawsuit before anything ever came of anything. Then they realized, well, we can't just go after barbecue. We need someone else.
No, they had already, no. They already had, Granny was already going to be thrown into it. It wasn't going to be barbecue by herself. You don't get to federal, quote unquote, this federal attorney without Granny.
But Granny just was involved because they got lucky that she lives in that county, Commonwealth, whatever.
It's not the county, it's the state, the state, but
the Commonwealth, Pennsylvania's Commonwealth. But either way, she, 15 minutes from Nick. That's all they needed.
Well, right. And
if she didn't live in the same Commonwealth as Nick and this whole thing, she would have never been named. Grace says they did serve barbecue a month prior to me. That's true. I was actually hoping they never saw. The only reason I believe she got served was because of because of where she lived. And I said that from the beginning. Yeah, they needed you for location.
Hey, they look at the file wasn't sitting there collecting dust. Because if it was, they probably would have thrown it out and they would have moved on to something else. And it would have been like, all right, we're going to find out what it was done with it. But yeah, man, I mean, at the end of the day, though, she should have just, kept it to herself instead of just bragging about it online. People wouldn't have brought it up. You know what I'm saying? They would have been like, all right, we're going to move on to something else and then just have it done. It is what it is.
See, Granny, I don't understand why we would talk. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I reviewed you and barbecue fighting. I don't understand why she made any of it public. Like, it's not anyone's business. She should have kept it quiet. Like, I don't know what her point was.
Because barbecue needs attention. Barbecue used to, and I'm embarrassed to say this, like, because people, I actually would sit back and just observe some of this stuff and be like, why? I mean, people, like hundreds of people would be in like barbecue's TikTok lives watching her fucking grocery shop. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is weird. And I'm kind of like, it would be different like when we're talking about Sebastian, but then it just got to this like level of, you would have, and also what she just said. I think it was some sort of this sympathy. I'm paying for Granny's portion. She's not pulling her weight, whatever. I think that's also a very big component of it as well. But I mean, barbecue, I think that also helped like inflate her confidence in herself. And she was used to barbecue. It was a very like eye-opening experience when barbecue went from 200 people in her chat watching her grocery shop at for ketchup and mustard. And
but Jessica never fucking sat there flaunting, I'm going on vacations, I'm dropping 20 grand on QB, I'm doing, and now for her to expect GW's people, who many of GW subs she's had long before she met Queen Bee. Like, she's had them from Natasha days. I know that because I see them. So I don't know why barbecue thinks like that GW's people owe her anything. These are people that have like Grady's diehards have been with her since Natasha. That was like before her and QB ever even got along. So I don't get where she thinks that she's entitled to anything of Granny subs. I mean, I could see the ones that they may like share, but that's, I mean, Granny's diehards have been there forever.
If they share them, it's not because Granny's people came over to start supporting barbecue. It's because of barbecue's people came over and, found Granny, and then they subbed up to her. Like, it's not. And their barbecue's original supporters are gonna be the ones that they're the ones that are helping pay for some of these trips and stuff. They're not over there, I think, just contributing crazy amounts to.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
maybe barbecue, then they might do something.
But like
something.
Maybe it's easier for me to see it because I know many of Granny's diehards from Natasha days. So maybe I see it differently. But if like when I see Granny, like the days that I watch Granny, and let's say she's doing really well in Super Charts, a lot of those people are her diehards that have been with her a long time. So I like this entitlement that barbecue has, to me, is just fucked up. And again, maybe I see it differently because I know Granny's diehards.
People that have that most people that are, have common sense see it that way.
Well, they certainly supported QB's enough. Which is another thing, Granny, that I can't seem to comprehend. And I've spoke to UA about this. How the fuck are you going to sit here and say how you need money from Granny's people when you drop tens of thousands of dollars on QB? Why don't you go after QB people? It makes no sense.
That's what she has been trying to do. And I wouldn't be surprised if she told someone to. I mean, I knew barbecue pretty well. I would not be surprised if she did tell someone, don't post Granny's link, or don't share Granny's link, because she's already met her, whatever. I need to meet it. I have the $13,000 bill coming up.
This is mind-boggling that she would do that to, Granny, man. I mean, Granny's people been looking out for her since day one. You know what I'm saying? They've been there for her, no doubt.
Barbecue's interests go as far as when she looks in the mirror, okay? And I'm just calling it like it is, and that's why she doesn't like it very much, apparently.
I don't know. I personally think anybody that gives Barbecue Lady $1 is a moron. We all watched the $20, $30, $10,000 that she dropped on QB, and her vacation.
Drops her, like she said, QB has dropped her link in shared her stuff. She also, the Should Be Ashamed YouTube channel is created by a die-hard barbecue, you want to call it a simp? Okay, die-hard barbecue simp. And that channel has been pushed too.
I don't know that channel.
Should Be Ashamed. It's a channel that she, barbecue, when she was trying to come over to TikTok or come over from TikTok and stuff and get people to like her. They moved a lot of this. They were creating accounts on, or creating videos on TikTok, and then they started creating they created a YouTube channel, and then used the YouTube channel to push pro barbecue propaganda, so to speak.
I don't know. I'm surprised that subscribers are not flipping out more. I'm surprised that subscribers, I mean, some are, but.
Well, which ones? Because Queen Bee's chat looked like they were lighting her ass on fire from what I was reading. Except for you would have the barbecue people crawl out of the woodworks and start to, clap back. But
I don't know. I just feel like they should be like, bitch, you gave her so much money. Where is it?
Midnight.
Where's all the money you gave QB? And if it came from your community, why isn't your community giving it to you?
Because of the stigma around this whole TikTokers or trouble thing. Okay. A lot of people from here, YouTube, are also on TikTok. They just don't come over and say, I'm a TikToker. I started out on TikTok. Or a lot of us were on TikTok, but we also were on YouTube, just in a different community. And Sebastian put us kind of in this community, so to speak. I was more in the true crime, legal. I followed that stuff, like lawyer, things like that. Like, I wasn't in this area. Like, I did a lot of the body language, trial breakdowns, that kind of stuff. It was just a different area. So it put us in this area, put us over here. But not every TikToker is trouble. TikTok is very different than
I don't think it's
YouTube,
much
too.
different.
Well, it is different in terms of how they cover true crime and things like that. And that caused a big problem that was a big deal, because apparently there's these YouTube ways of handling true crime stuff, and then TikTok is very different.
Yeah, TikTok has got a whole different ball game over there. So
When it comes
see
to true
different
crime,
folks,
especially
yeah, you
things
do.
that would be real life over there or real life over here, and that people look at and say, oh, hell no, I would never. It's different over there.
Yeah, it's different. They got a different type of philosophy, type of things over there. If they
It's
talking about
very
real life over there,
aggressive.
it is more aggressive over there.
Yeah, they're very, when Jonathan Boley went missing, some of my TikTok friends that do true crime were talking to the mom. We're in contact with the mom, real quick. They also went out to search about, for him. So they were, but I'm just saying, it's very different.
Okay.
Oh, criminal med. At least you
I
have.
mean, if something pop off or whatever, they go to the source instantly right away. They'll ask you okay, well, about 10,000 questions of what's going on, what's
Barbecue
really
and
happening.
Melissa are a different story.
But they know
Barbecue
her.
and Melissa are, I know both of them both of them well. And they're yeah.
I don't know. I think that the whole thing is fucking nuts. Absolutely nuts. think they're all crazy.
Well, I
What?
mean, look at let me just about like the Queen thing. Protest and resist. I don't know how if you followed, but like look at some of Queen's closest people and what they thought of barbecue early on. Like, I mean, Rowena, for example. Rowena early on, I would say it was very skeptical of barbecue, not a barbecue fan. And, after the donations started coming in and everything, then you saw like it very different. That it was very different.
Yeah, but Rowena goes with the crowd.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's just an example I can think of, like, because I remember some of the stuff that she would say in the beginning. And
Yeah, but I just think Rowena goes with whatever everyone else does. I have zero respect for that woman. Probably not the best example.
well, it's an example. I mean, facts.
I think Petty's been consistent.
Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty consistent. I'll stand up for barbecue when she's right. I mean, I'll like, I'm gonna say it. I mean, right's right and wrong's wrong. And I'm not gonna just like be blind to the fact of things that barbecue, I think, has done right. Like, I don't think she, like the billboards thing, I was part of that. So I mean, I haven't seen the full accounting on every, like, but I also know who the people were that were raising the money and like collecting it, and how much was raised and was there for all of that and helped pick out the blit boards and locations and all that stuff. And we would pull it up and go through it. And, I don't think that was a scam, but, and I've said so in her defense.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's always going to be two sides to every story on here. You're either going to go with your gut feeling, or you're going to go with, what I'm saying, what people are saying. So it's either way it goes. Yeah, take it to it, though.
All right, I'm going to get off. I got a headache.
Well, I do too, now that my Alabama Crimson Tide has lost twice. I didn't even, at least I could have.
Yeah, the Roll Tide is lost. I'm disappointed in that too. Roll Tide lost, man. I said, what? Come on, man. Dang.
I've been pissed. Like, I thought we were gonna, like, we were 8 for 15 from the free throw line at that. Like, you can't win. We're gonna be they just need to be out there shooting 1,000 free throws a day or something. Crap.
I'm disappointed too, man. For real. I'm disappointed the Ole Miss lost, man. They were close to going to the championship. They lost to Miami.
I didn't even get to watch that game, and I was disappointed about that.
Yeah, I was disappointed in that too. I was, because I'm just like, they had in the first half, and in the second half, it all fell apart in the second half, and Miami came back and got them. So
I also think that like some people said, like, early on, most people were not barbecue fans, and I did say that too. But I think barbecue also got a lot of grace over here because of people liking Granny.
Yeah, but Granny had her own following.
Right, but I'm saying a lot of Granny's following also is in QBs and stuff and clues, or became to be in those same circles, whether they were before or not. And so she got liked by proxy.
Yeah. What's happening with Brittany?
God, I'm not sure.
I haven't been on you. I haven't watched YouTube.
She did a painful live stream the other night. It was way too long. Way too long, with Pink and
I can't watch her.
Eyeball and center, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, I tried putting her on the like 4 days ago. I was like, I can't do this. I just can't listen to her. That's how I feel about most of them, though.
And she's
That's the
missing
point I'm at.
teeth. She needs, for Christmas, she should have asked for teeth. She like if you notice when she snores, like when she nods off, her snores have gotten a lot more whistly, and that's because of the missing front teeth.
See, I was watching.
Hair back.
Who was I watching? Someone was reviewing her a couple of days ago. And what I thought was interesting was they were saying like maybe it was Clue, but saying like she was drunk. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's why she could pass out the way she does.
No. Nope. That's the nod.
Okay.
Drunks pass out and they stay out.
I don't know. I am just saying. I was like, well, that's one thought.
Once they pass out, you ain't waking them up like that on a dime.
True.
They be out for a while. Even if you nudge them, they still gonna be knocked out.
And they're gonna be coming back. What?
Nah, that's true.
Yeah,
nah, you're right.
But me and my homeboys, man, we had to carry one of my homeboys into his crib, so I had to he couldn't unlock his door, so he was still knocked out. So we had to unlock the door and open up the window to get into his house, unlock the door, and carry him inside. Put him on the couch, put the bucket next to him. So it was
Reality sloshed a lot. I think of her as Miss Hannigan from Annie.
I don't know. All right, I'm gonna get off.
Thanks for at least not waiting to go live until I could have applied the color to my hair.
No, you want to hear something crazy though? I had to wrap a $400 order earlier. I got to show you the picture. It is 37 pounds. I was like, holy fuck. When I weighed it, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I can't even carry this. I'm like, I'm going to need Dayton to bring me to FedEx. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I cannot believe how fucking heavy this is. 37 pounds.
Wow.
37 pounds. That's quite a bit. Quite a bit right there.
Yeah, it's a lot of candles, believe me. A lot of candles, a lot of extra stuff too. But yeah, 37 pounds. The box I had to get was, I went to a UPS store and got the dish saver boxes. That's what I had to get.
Yeah, I've got to build a box for a Hoover Smart Wash vacuum thing. But
That is crazy.
yeah. Well, everybody have a good night. Oh my God, Green.
I will see you guys later. Who knows? I might be back on later. I'm working on the website.
Do you have a barbecue candle? No, I'll light a lighter.
Do I have a barbecue candle? I do. I'd have to order more barbecue stuff though.
You have a barbecue candle?
Yeah, they have barbecue fragrance oil that smells really good.
What?
Yeah.
Girl.
It kind of smells like, it smells like bacon and hickory.
Oh.
Well, she would smell like bacon, then she would sound good right about now.
It does. It really does. I've done wax melts where I'll make like a maple waffle and then use bacon on top, and it smells really good.
It smells like a waffle.
It just smells
and
good.
Bacon. Okay, that sounds good right there.
Yeah, maple waffle and bacon. So, all right, but I will see you guys later. That's true. When doesn't bacon sound good? Good point, Amber.
Oh yeah.
But all right, I will see you guys later. I might be on later. I might not be. We'll see. But the website is like 3/4 done. If anybody wants to look, it literally is like 3/4 done. I still have some more, but I also ordered. I'm going to be making car freshies that are different than the beads. So those are on the website, but I haven't finished them. So because I don't even have the stuff yet. So with that said, I'll see you beautiful people later or tomorrow. And
thanks. And hit the thumbs up if you haven't.
And make sure you check out the website, energycandles.com. Don't forget, Valentine's Day is coming up. And I will see you guys later or tomorrow.
Bye, Keith.
All right.
Bye.
Nice. So,
Thank you guys for coming
night,
up.
Nora. Y'all take care. Keep on your light shine, y'all. Take care.
All right. See you
One
later.
love, everybody. Later.
Bye. Whoop. So, but yeah, if you check out the website, you can see all the changes. There's been a lot of changes, especially when you go to purchase, when you actually buy something. Big changes there. But there's still a lot that needs to be done, but I needed to get it up. And I was like, I need to get this out. And I'm glad I did, because I got some really big orders, which helped me out immensely. But so far, so good. But lots of changes. And I will see you guys either later or tomorrow. Have a good night. Peace.